attention to what's going on in the world? That's my question. We have major conflicts that are looking to pull the world into a war, right? A world war. That's what it means when the world is a world war. It means the world is at war, right? So we have a conflict currently going on in Israel right now between Hamas, between Israel, the Israeli force, the Israeli Defense Force, as they're called, right? You have the president of this country over there right now trying to negotiate, trying to cool things down because they know they're getting ready to get pulled into something. I heard China sending warships over there to the Middle East now, right? So this is a big deal with major implications, man. Give me a revelation where it say whoa, whoa, whoa for me real quick, right? The Bible 2,000 years ago, you got a man who they call John the Revelator. He wrote a book called Revelation, right? It's the last book in the Bible. And in the book of Revelation, it gives you just a laundry list of prophecies. It describes what the next 2,000 years are going to be because the Bible was done being written, right? Go ahead. Whoa, 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 when he's ripping out 3 woes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My Bible ripped. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 13. And it says, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe. Right, read. To the inhabitants of the earth. That's so important to say, woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth, right? Because the earth is going to have woes, lamentations, mourning, and woes. Why? Because of war. Wars are coming. Give me that wars and rumors of wars in the gospel, right? 3 wars were pronounced prophetically in the book of Revelation by John the Revelator as he got utterance from the Most High God, right? 3 major world wars. 2 of them have already happened. They're described in detail prophetically, right? When they talk about the fighter jets, how they were shooting each other out the sky, the smoke. All of that is described in the book of Revelation, right? But there's another war that's coming to this earth, and it's going to be different. Give me that. Every war shall be with confused noise. Go ahead. Now, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that? Who you call Christ, whose name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, he told us very plainly. We will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Read on. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. It's nothing to be afraid of. When we see what's going on right now in Israel, we're not troubled by that. When we see what's going on in Ukraine, we're not troubled by that. We know that that must happen, right? Read on. Isaiah. Hold that. We got to finish that one first. Go ahead. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Read on. See that ye be not troubled. It say what? See that ye be not troubled. Read on. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. So the end is not yet. We're hearing of wars and we're hearing of rumors of wars. That has to happen, but the end is not yet. Read on. It says, for nations shall rise against nations. That's what it says in the Bible. Nations are going to rise against each other. There will be wars. There will be conflict like we see it right now in the earth. Read. It says, for nations shall rise against nations and kingdom against kingdom. Read on. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All of that stuff is the life we're living. Right. All of that stuff is presently what's happening in the earth, right? You have famines, you have pestilences. You don't believe there's a famine? That's part of what's driving the price of everything up. There's a lack of things, right? Pestilences, like we just talked about, or what shut the damn world down a couple years ago. Right? That is a pestilence, right? And earthquakes in diverse places. You got an earthquakes destroying places all over this world, places that never had earthquakes before. Right? Go ahead. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrow. All these what? Are the beginning of sorrow. So this is showing us something in the prophetic timeline, that we're in the beginning of sorrows right now. Right? Where we at? Go ahead. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. Chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. Right? So in times past, wars were fought with confused noise. Read on. And garments rolled in blood. Men in the battlefield, in the trenches, shooting each other, bleeding, screaming, all those various things. That's how wars are typically fought. But this next war is going to go down a little bit different, right? Read on. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. It shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So why is this war being described as one that's unlike the other ones and it's going to be with burning and fuel of fire?
Isaiah chapter 9.
God showed the prophet Isaiah a war that's with burning and with fuel of fire. I'll explain very simply. Because these countries, especially when we deal with the main adversary of America right now, Russia, has went out of their way and spent decades developing a thermonuclear armory. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. They just rolled out new hypersonic intercontinental ballistic missiles that can shoot a rocket at Mach 9. That means they can shoot a rocket from London to New York City in 30 minutes. Right. That's how long it'll take. 30 minutes, and it will be catastrophic, and it will devastate the entire tri-state metropolitan area. It'll wipe New York City completely off the map and everything that surrounds it. That's what this war that God gave the vision to Isaiah is about. It ain't going to be groups of men clashing. It's going to be with rockets. It's going to be with missile fire. And those missiles are going to land and touch down and burn everything up in as far as you can see. If they blew one to Atlanta, everything within that 285, forget about it. That's done. It's never coming back again. Right? So that's why the vision was given to Isaiah to see what he saw. This battle shall be with fire. That's what time we're approaching. That's what the third woe is. Drastically different than the ones that preceded it. Give me the sixth trumpet, right? Go ahead.
Chapter 6, verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island removed out of their places.
That's what's going to happen. That's how catastrophic and devastating the ICBM missile is going to be, right? And it's going to look like what you would call a mushroom cloud, right?
Revelation chapter 6.
Prophets, that mushroom cloud looked like a scroll. Think about an ancient scroll, how you roll it up, how it's got the cylindrical center, and then it's got the things on the end so you can roll it out. That's how he saw it. It looked the same like a mushroom, right? Go ahead. What I'm looking for, the sixth trumpet. What's that?
Chapter 9, verse 14. Said to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
So that's what we're waiting for, man. There are literally 6 angels that are going to stir up all of these wars in this earth, right? Go ahead.
It said, and the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day, and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
So literally, now this is very important. So the Most High God said He has these angels sitting and waiting to be loosed because their purpose is to slay a third part of men. Right?
I will not